Hello and welcome to Jam with Jam with Jam.
This is our submission for the SCM cook-along.
If you want to know how to make jam, you can probably just Google it.
Or if you want to know how to make jam, watch the video.
My name is Matt, he, him. I'm president of the Durham Joint Anglican and Methodist Society, JAM.
I'm Peter, I am the secretary of Jam, my pronouns are he, him.
I'm Jen, they, them. I'm the treasurer and I regret choosing my name to be Jen because the amount of Jen puns this evening.
I'm Beth, she, her. I'm the vice president of Jam.
I'm Emily, she, her, and I'm just a member.
So to start with, we are going to make our jam. So the first step is to cut the leaves off our strawberries. The ratio is 1 fruit to 1 sugar, so we've got 1 kilogram of strawberries and 1 kilogram of jam sugar.
We got our strawberries from a local greengrocer, and Matt likes to avoid food waste by eating the leaves. In summer, you may be able to pick your own strawberries from local farms, or grow your own at home.
The next step is to cook the fruit down until it's kind of all smooth. For soft fruits like strawberries, which we're doing, we want a splash of water, and then we want to heat it on a medium heat.
Once the strawberries were on the heat, I was tricked into eating strawberry leaves myself. Then I rolled up my sleeves ready to clean the jars.
So we've got to wash up our jars. We've got some small ones so we can share out the jam between lots of people. And we've got a few big ones as well. We've got a bowl of washing up water, so we're just going to start jar in water.
The strawberries have now been cooking for about 10 minutes, and it's time for the next step.
So it's been cooking away for a while now, so the strawberries are nice and soft. So I'm now going to add the sugar, and then we'll cook it for a bit longer. This is 1 kilogram of sugar to go with our kilogram of fruit.
Don't worry if your pan is pretty full. It will soon cook down.
We're now going to bring this to a rolling boil and then just let it stay at that until it either reaches 104 on a sugar thermometer, which it is nearly at, or if you don't have a sugar thermometer, you can put a plate in the freezer and then do a wrinkle test, which we will show you when we do that.
So next we need to sterilise the jars. So we've got them on a tray. We're going to put them into the oven. We're going to shut the door. We put the oven to 100 degrees and turn it on.
The jam has been boiling away nicely, and it's time to check if it's ready.
So we're going to do the wrinkle test. So you put a plate in the freezer for about 15 minutes, half an hour, and then you just get a bit of the jam and you pour it on the plate, and then we're going to put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes, and then we'll take it out and we'll see if it's done.
In the meantime, you can entertain yourself however you like. Just make sure someone's watching the pan.
Hey Matt, what are you doing?
I'm going to jam.
Right, so the plate is now ready. So what you do is really simple. You just put your finger on it and then you push it up, and if it forms wrinkles, then it's ready. Obviously this isn't really forming wrinkles at the moment. It's too soft, so we're going to keep cooking the jam for a little bit longer.
Keep boiling the jam, and when it thickens some more, it's time to do another wrinkle test.
Get my trusty pocket scoop.
The jam will go back in the fridge for 5 minutes, which leaves time for an observation from Jem.
As Jam, Joint Anglican and Methodist Society, we're making jam, but our group used to be called Methsoc.
We think now, if we push the jam, it's wrinkling much more, as you can see, so it's ready. So we're going to put it in the jars.
Yay!
And if you look at the sugar thermometer, the red line is up to where it says jam, and it feels quite thick to stir.
So now we have sterilised the jars. I'm going to carefully get them out. Got the oven gloves on. Always be careful with hot things, Beth.
Now the jars are clean and sterilised, they need to be filled with jam while they're still hot.
This is what jam's all about.
Jam
3 spills and you're out, Jem.
I've done more than that already.
We used a few big jars and a bunch of smaller jars to give out to our members at the next meeting.
You might think this is a herb jar. This is a jam jar.
With the jam jarred, it's finally time to lick the spoon and enjoy your jam. But we're going to make some jammy biscuits.
Right, so now the jam's on the go, we're going to do something with it, so we're going to make some biscuits. For that we'll need some scales, thank you Jem, a bowl and a wooden spoon, and the ingredients are caster sugar, flour, butter and an egg. We're going to use 250 grams of butter. And then after that we're going to add
140 grams of sugar.
That much sugar. And then we're going to cream those together. I worked so hard on this. Biscuit Beth for the win. So next up we need to add an egg. And some
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is fair trade vanilla extract.
Mix the egg and vanilla extract into the butter and sugar. We found a whisk works better than a wooden spoon.
This is a story where Jesus turned the spoon into the whisk.
Finally, add 300 grams of flour. Mix it in with a wooden spoon, snap the wooden spoon, glue the wooden spoon back together with the glue you brought to jam making, and try to finish the job.
So next up we need to wrap the dough that now looks like this in some cling film, but to be better for the planet we've got beeswax wrap instead. And then once we've done this it just needs to sit in the fridge for half an hour.
Finish forming the dough by hand, roll it into a sausage shape, and then place it on the most impractical shelf of your fridge.
So we've got a nice roll of biscuit dough now, so we're going to cut this into chunks. Like so. No. No.
They're like little pieces of bread.
They're a bit more square than I would have hoped for, but it's because I'm not very good at
We could do the
rolling.
biscuit thing with the glass. Have you seen that TikTok?
Oh yeah, we could do it.
Do the biscuit thing with the glass off TikTok to all of your slices of dough. Do this by placing the dough on the chopping board, placing the glass over the top and spinning it round. Once all of your dough is completed, you can sit down and enjoy some cookie dough. Treat yourself if that's the sort of thing you enjoy.
So now that we've got our biscuit dough, it's been chopped into pieces and put on the baking trays, we're going to add jam to them to make them like our own little versions of jammy dodgers, which we eat at Jam every week. To make them, we're going to put thumbprints in the biscuits to make a little hole for our jam to live in.
Open up a jar of jam and put a spoonful in each biscuit. The jam may be hot. Be especially careful if you recently suffered a bad burn doing chemistry.
This is my burnt hand as well.
TOVU are jammy biscuits.
The biscuits want to go in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes at 180 or 160 fan.
Once the biscuits were in the oven, we made the finishing touches to our jars.
Now we're just going to label the jars so everyone knows that jam made jam.
Hello, I am King George VII and it's time to put some gingham on the jars. As you can see, they match my rather dashing gilet. And actually, I bought this purposefully for this project from the charity shop. £2 on the bargain rack of the charity shop.
And he's looked so stylish this whole time.
All this gingham is just off the sleeves. And it was a short sleeve shirt.
Once the biscuits have gone golden at the edges, remove them from the oven, being careful if your glasses steam up. We took some of ours to the next jam meeting.
Hi, we hope you enjoyed our video and now you can make some jam of your own. If you're coming to Durham Uni, we'd love to meet you. You can follow us on Instagram to find out when we meet and what we're getting up to. Our sessions are really varied. You do everything from Bible studies and readings to getting external speakers and campaign work or anything else we feel like doing. We're a really inclusive group and even though we're called the Joint Anglican and Methodist Society, you don't have to be Anglican or Methodist to join.